Ask any fitness expert and they'll tell you rapid fat loss is a recipe for disaster. Usually I would too. Well, today I'm breaking ranks because sometimes fast fat loss isn't just possible, it's your best move. If you've ever stared at your calendar and thought, I need results yesterday, stick around because I'm going to show you the fastest way to lose fat, no shady pills required. Imagine you're a 100-kilo guy with 20% body fat. That's 20 kilos of fat you're carrying around. The other 80 kilos, it's not just muscle and bone. A huge chunk of it is water, and here's where it gets interesting. Your body's water weight fluctuates more often than your boss's mood, sometimes by as much as 5% in a single day. That means you could weigh 95 kilos one morning and suddenly you tip the scale at 105 the next, wondering if you accidentally swallowed a bowling ball overnight. This is why weight loss and fat loss aren't the same thing. If you drop 7 kilos, but 2 kilos of this is just water, the number on the scale might look nice, but it doesn't necessarily mean you've torched the fat you want gone. And don't get me started on body fat scales. Even the pricey ones can be about as accurate as a weather forecast. Instead, use a mix of progress photos, tape measures, and the scale to track actual results, because the mirror won't lie, but your scale just might. Here's something most fitness gurus conveniently leave out. The slow and steady fat loss method is usually recommended because it buys you enough time to fix the habits that got you into trouble in the first place. While I am actually the biggest advocate of slow and steady, most of the time, let's face it, life doesn't always hand you a leisurely runway. Maybe you're facing an up-and-coming reunion, your own wedding, prepping for surgery, need a motivational kickstart, or you've just realized that your favorite jeans fit more like tights. Here's another truth that most coaches avoid. Slow progress often feels painfully dull. Let's be real. Waiting weeks for visible results is about as thrilling as watching paint dry. And when the scale barely budges, motivation tends to vanish faster than a free bar at a wedding. But with the method I'm about to lay out, you'll start seeing real, undeniable changes in the mirror in less than 2 weeks. That's when everything shifts. Instead of questioning whether fat loss is even possible for you, your brain switches gears. Wait, this is actually working. Momentum kicks in. You feel good about your progress and suddenly you're chasing results instead of making excuses. That's the magic of a rapid start approach. Now let's break down exactly how to do it. The logic behind this diet isn't some top secret formula. It's called a protein sparing modified fast. Sounds complex, but really it's just a structured way of saying prioritize protein and cut the extras. That means lean meats, fish, eggs. Basically, if it walked, swam, or clucked, it's fair game. But we're not doing a protein sparing modified fast. Here is where it gets smarter. You're not just loading up on protein and calling it a day. You'll be eating plenty of low carb veggies to keep digestion running smoothly, because no one wants their diet to come with inconvenient side effects. A small amount of healthy fats will also keep your hormones in check, because a drastic diet is tough enough without throwing mood swings into the mix. It's a simple plan, but only if you follow it properly. Let's break it down. First, let's start with protein intake. Shoot for roughly 1 to 2 grams per pound of your body weight daily. For someone that weighs 200 pounds, that's 240 grams of protein. We're going on the higher side of protein here in order to spare as much muscle as possible. Lean proteins only, chicken breasts are your new go-to, thighs and drumsticks out the window. Stick to turkey, whitefish, shrimp, tuna over salmon, egg whites, and low-fat dairy. Bacon and ribeyes temporarily exiled. You still need to function like a civilized human being, so veggies like broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, lettuce, zucchini, well, courgette, mushrooms, cabbage, leeks, bell peppers are all unlimited on this menu. I never thought I would say this, but for now, let's skip on the potatoes. Alongside this, supplement daily with a high quality fish oil, about 4 grams of total EPA and DHA. Legion Triton is my go-to. It covers your daily needs in just 4 soft gels. Jarrow is also very good too. This will help maintain hormone balance so you don't turn into a moody dieting mess. Beverages, 0 calorie only. Water, sparkling water, black coffee, 0 sugar drinks, or plain tea. Latte drinkers, I'm sorry to inform you, your Starbucks order just got tragically simple. Alcohol, it's taking a temporary leave of absence. Yes, even that single beer after work. I want you to think of this as your ultimate break the glass in case of emergency method. Effective, intense, but strictly for rare situations. Here's how long I recommend using it. Lower body fat, men under 15%, women under 24%. A quick burst, just 7 to 10 days. Medium body fat, so men between 16 to 25 and women 25 to 34. A short sprint, 2 to 3 weeks max. Higher body fat, men 26% plus, women 35% plus. You can push a bit longer, around 4 to 6 weeks. Why the difference? Because higher body fat means your body has more stored calories to tap into. But listen closely, this isn't your go-to method every few months. It's more like that friend you ask for help moving like once a year, effective and reliable, but you don't want to abuse the privilege. As soon as you're done, shift straight back to maintenance calories. No fancy detours. I only suggest doing this if you're truly comfortable with sticking to the strict rules. If that's not your thing, maybe save it for another time. During this aggressive fat loss phase, high intensity workouts will sound as appealing as running a marathon in dress shoes. Your energy won't be at its peak, and expecting to hit personal bests, that's pure delusion. Instead, keep your strength training very simple. 3 to 4 short, low volume sessions per week. Just enough to tell your muscles, hey, don't go anywhere, without making you question your life choices. Meanwhile, think of walking as your low effort, high reward side hustle. It won't leave you gasping for air. It will steadily chip away at fat loss. Aim for 8 to 12,000 steps daily, an easy way to burn extra calories without draining the little energy you have. Now let's tackle the part that everyone seems to mess up. Coming off the diet. Most people try to slowly reverse diet, but that's like peeling a plaster off millimeter by millimeter. You're just dragging out the pain. Instead, jump straight back up to your adjusted maintenance calories based on your new lighter weight. Stick with the same nutritious foods, but welcome back some fibrous carbs and healthy fats. From there, you decide on your next move. Cut more in a sustainable manner or begin to bulk sensibly. Otherwise, you'll find yourself rebounding faster than a kid on a trampoline. Keep in mind, rapid fat loss is powerful, but it's a temporary measure. The real win comes from building sustainable habits, balanced nutrition, consistent lifting, daily steps, and reliable sleep, just like I've outlined in my previous videos. Rapid fat loss isn't just physically demanding, it's the mental equivalent of navigating an end of quarter deadline with your boss breathing down your neck. Your biggest hurdle isn't hunger. It's the nagging internal memo saying you can't pull this off. Each day, remind yourself exactly why you clocked into this project. Gratitude helps. You're fortunate enough to take control and make decisive changes. And let's face it, if you've survived years of corporate politics, you can easily handle a short-term diet. Quit the negative talk. You're not enduring a diet. You're strategically executing a high impact decision for rapid transformation. Shift your mindset to empowerment and suddenly your chances of success go through the roof. But let me emphasize this again. This is a short targeted initiative, not a permanent business model. Your objective is simple. Execute once, shed the maximum amount of fat quickly, and then transition to the balanced, sustainable practices that I've outlined in various videos. Dragging this out even longer will only lead to burnout and diminishing returns. Yes, rapid fat loss can work, but only if it's done right. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe and share this with anyone debating like sketchy diet pills. Seriously, stop them. If you want step-by-step support for achieving rapid fat loss safely, click in the link below for my coaching. Together, we'll make sure that you lose fat fast and keep your sanity. Now stop watching videos and get started. Have the best day, and I'll see you in the next one.